the Pinterest fantasy versus the real life. Mirror Pinterest is a dream. It's the place where elegance floats across softly lit frames and everyone somehow looks like they just stepped out of a Vogue editorial while holding a matcha latte. But here's the truth. What looks flawless in a still photo often doesn't hold up in real life. The lighting is curated, the poses are strategic, and most importantly, the outfits are chosen for the camera knot, the commute, the grocery run, or the boardroom. So many of us pin these stunning looks, expecting them to translate directly into our everyday wardrobes. But when you try them on, the fit feels off, the blazer is too boxy, the palette looks dull on your skin tone. And suddenly, what felt inspiring becomes discouraging. This video is about breaking that illusion. We're going to dive into the most elegant Pinterest outfit formula and see what actually works beyond the feed. You'll learn how to keep the inspiration, but make it wearable, flattering, and practical. Because true elegance doesn't just photograph well, it moves well. It lives in real bodies, in real lives. It's not about chasing the pin, it's about becoming the woman who inspires them. Let's decode the difference between what looks good in a flat lay versus what makes you feel like your best self when you walk into the room. Real elegance is never frozen. It's alive, wearable, and deeply personal. Let's begin. Pin-worthy neutrals. How they really look on skin. Pinterest adores neutrals, especially those dreamy tones like oat milk, ivory, and sand. On a grid, they look like peace incarnate. But on real skin? That's where the challenge begins. Because not all neutrals are created equal. What flatters one woman might completely wash out another. That gorgeous beige trench on Pinterest? It can either make you look expensive or invisible. The trick is to understand your undertone. Warm undertones glow in camel, ivory, or creamy, beige. Cool undertones shine in stone gray, crisp, white, or soft taupe. Pinterest doesn't tell you that. It just shows you the mood. But elegance isn't one mood, it's a harmony between your coloring and the clothes you wear. Another real-world issue? Maintenance. White trousers and a creamy cashmere sweater sound amazing until you're dodging coffee spills and toddler hands. That's why Pinterest outfits often live in fantasy, while true elegance requires functional fabrics, stain-friendly tones, and smart layering. The oversized blazer trend, flattering or just flat. It's the darling of Pinterest boards and minimalist style guides everywhere. The oversized blazer. Effortless, powerful, and endlessly chic-core, so we're told. But let's be honest. Off the model and onto your frame, it's not always love at first sight. The line between cool and oversized and swallowed by fabric is razor thin. Pinterest doesn't show you what that blazer looks like in motion, how it crumples when you sit, or how it hides your waist entirely if you're petite. Here's the truth. Structure matters. A well-cut oversized blazer should still have some shape in it and slightly at the waist, or structured at the shoulders to anchor the volume. Otherwise, it reads as shapeless rather than stylish. Balance is also key. On Pinterest, you might see oversized blazer plus oversized pants equals runway ready. But in real life, it often just looks bulky. Swap those bottoms for something slim. Tapered trousers, skinny jeans, or even a fitted pencil skirt. Wide leg trousers. Dreamy pins, tricky proportions. Wide leg trousers look ethereal on Pinterest. All that flowing fabric, perfectly styled with mules and minimal tops, pure visual poetry. But real life, real bodies? They demand proportion, not just Pinterest perfection. Here's where people go wrong. They treat wide leg trousers like leggings. They buy them in their usual size, expecting the same fit. But wide leg pants require tailoring and intention. If they're too long, they drown your frame. Too short, and they lose that fluid drama that makes them elegant in the first place. On Pinterest, wide legs are often paired with oversized tops, but if you're not 5'10" with model posture, this combo flattens you out. The real-world fix? Balance. Pair your wide leg trousers with a tucked-in blouse, a cropped knit, or a slim-fit top to define your waist. That contrast creates a visual hourglass, effortless, but strategic. Fabric matters too. A crepe or light wool blend moves like liquid and holds shape. Cheap synthetics? They cling or crumple. The Pinterest white shirt. Crisp or clinical? The white button-down. the holy grail of Pinterest elegance. You've seen it neatly tucked into beige trousers, sleeves nonchalantly rolled, always paired with glowing skin and perfect lighting. But let's ask the question, does this wardrobe staple work off the feed? It can, but not without some careful styling. The white shirt is a blank canvas. That's both its power and its trap. Too stiff, and you'll feel like a lab tech. Too loose, and you risk looking like you borrowed your dad's dress shirt. The key lies in the cut and fabric. You want a shirt that skims, not clings or billows, and made from a quality cotton poplin, soft sateen, or even a stretch blend for movement. Fit it to your day. For polish, fully tucked into high-waisted pants with loafers. For ease, half-tucked with jeans and a belt. For edge, leave it open over a tank with leather trousers. The white shirt shines most when styled with contrast. Soft layers on Pinterest equals hot mess IRL. Those dreamy Pinterest pins love soft layer cashmere over silk, scarves tossed just so, cardigans floating behind walking women like a slow-motion movie scene. It looks cozy, sophisticated, almost cinematic. But IRL? Those same layers can easily become clingy, lumpy, or just plain chaotic. Here's the core issue. Real life involves movement. Bending, walking, commuting, carrying bags. And unless you're filming a slow-mo video in perfect weather, layers shift, cling to each other, and bunch in unflattering ways. The solution? Fabric hierarchy. Always layer from thinnest to thickest. Think silky camisole, cotton tee, wool cardigan, trench. This lets each piece drape cleanly without bulk. Color coordination helps too. Pinterest shows tone-on-tone for a reason. It creates visual flow. Try a palette of sand, oatmeal, and ivory, or olive, taupe, and chocolate. When your layers are all from the same tonal family, they'll feel deliberate instead of accidental. Mind your bag. A crossbody can ruin your layering lines. Pinterest's love affair with monochrome. Scroll Pinterest for 5 minutes, and you'll see it. The all-white outfit. Or all camel. Or all gray. It's clean, sleek, and so editorial. But in real life, head-to-toe monochrome is a minefield. When done wrong, it can feel like a uniform or worse, like you're wearing a onesie. The secret is depth. Monochrome works when you mix tones and textures. Think an ivory silk blouse with cream trousers and an off-white boucle jacket, or deep charcoal pants with a heather gray tee and dove gray blazer. Texture is your best friend here. A flat outfit in a single color can look unfinished, but combining suede, silk, knit, and leather in similar hues creates richness. Monochrome shouldn't be boring. It should whisper luxury. Fit matters too. If everything is oversized, you'll look like you're drowning in fabric. Mix volumes. Wide leg pants with a fitted knit or a boxy blazer over slim trousers. Accessories can disappear or define you. The trench coat illusion on Pinterest. The trench coat is the final touch, the cherry on top of the minimalist sundae. Women stride down cobbled streets, coats cinched just so, coffee in hand, wind in hair. But outside of those mood boards, the trench coat can be a style trap. Most off-the-rack trenches are too long, too stiff, or too shapeless. A poor fit can overwhelm a petite frame or stiffen the fluidity of a look. And belts? They rarely stay tied the way Pinterest shows. The trick is in the cut and weight. Go for mid-weight cotton or fluid, twill heavy enough to drape, but light enough to move. A structured shoulder defines your frame, while a belt looped and knotted, not buckled, adds effortlessness. Length is crucial. If you're petite, mid-thigh to knee works best. Taller? Go full length, but only with sleek underlayers. Avoid bulky knits. Pair with fitted trousers, a tee, and ankle boots. That's how a trench works for you, not against you. Bare ankles and pointy flats, but it's raining in Pinterest world. The weather is always mild and sunny. You'll see bare ankles, cropped trousers, and pointy flats on cobblestone Street 7 if it's supposed to be winter. But real life? It rains. It snows. It's humid. That's where fantasy crashes into practicality. Cold feet and soggy hems are not elegant. So how do you adapt? Swap bare ankles for tonal socks in cooler weather. Try a ribbed gray sock with black jeans and pointed boots. It still feels stylish. Delicate shoes can be replaced with weather-friendly options, sleek ankle boots, leather loafers, or even waterproof brogues with a polished finish. Cropped trousers should end just above your shoe knot mid-calf, where wind sneaks in. And don't ignore accessories. A stylish umbrella, a hooded trench, or a wool wrap in rich tones becomes part of your look, not just a shield from weather. Elegance isn't about pretending the elements don't exist, it's about preparing for them beautifully. French girl styling, real or romanticized? Pinterest loves the French girl aesthetic. Tousled hair, striped tees, a red lip, and an aura of effortless cool. But is it real or just well-branded myth? The truth? It's both. Yes, French women favor simplicity, but it's calculated simplicity. They rely on tailoring, proportion, and texture, not randomness. The striped Breton top works if the fit is right, not too slouchy, not too tight. High-waisted jeans? They should hit just above the ankle knot, awkwardly below the calf. Blazers should be structured, not oversized to the point of drowning you. Hair may look undone, but it's usually intentionally styled. Tousled doesn't mean tangled. And that red lip? Iconic, but not essential. Your signature could be a sleek bun, a silk scarf, or polished boots. The real takeaway isn't to copy, it's to edit. Choose restraint. Choose quality. Choose balance. The French girl aesthetic becomes powerful when it's not about mimicry but about mastering quiet confidence in your own version of simplicity. The coastal grandmother look too much linen? The coastal grandmother, Weibel linen, neutrals, floppy hats, feels like summer in a Nancy Meyers movie. Pinterest adores it, but in real life, it can quickly veer into shapeless or messy. Linen wrinkles, beige can wash you out, and oversized pieces can swallow your frame. The fix is balance. Instead of going full linen non-linen, pair a crisp white shirt with tailored linen trousers. Instead of all beige, mix in dusty rose, sage green, or navy to create depth. Structure matters. Swap a floppy cardigan for a clean, cropped knit. Ditch the oversized straw tote for a sleeker version. Aim for relaxed, not careless. And yes, wrinkles happen, but you can minimize them with linen blends, wrinkle release sprays, or even just hanging garments properly. Pinterest sells a fantasy, but you can live the aesthetic with tweaks. True elegance doesn't just float, it's shaped, edited, and considered. When you get that balance right, coastal grandmother becomes effortlessly polished and timeless. Structured bags and coffee cups, props or practicality? Pinterest loves a prop. A structured bag, a takeaway coffee, sunglasses perched just right. But while coffee won't change your outfit at 8 a.m., a good bag absolutely can. The right structured bag pulls a look together. It says polished without a word. But here's the trick, it has to be functional. Pinterest bags are never bulging. They're not dragging on your shoulder or fraying at the corners. To translate that, choose a medium-sized structured bag in quality, faux leather or textured material, pebbled, cross-embossed, or Saffiano. Neutral colors like taupe, oxblood, or forest green add instant sophistication. Avoid overstuffing, it ruins the silhouette. And remember, you don't have to hand carry your bag just to look chic. Crossbodies and top-handle styles with smart compartments can look just as intentional. The goal is not to mimic a mood board, it's to find beauty and utility. When a bag complements both your outfit and your life, that's when it moves from prop to power piece. Pinterest, hair, and makeup elegant or unrealistic? Pinterest elegance often includes glowing skin, brushed-up brows, tousled buns, and the perfect nude lip. It looks effortless, but it's anything but. Most of those photos are filtered, well-lit, and professionally styled. So how can you adapt them for everyday beauty? Start with hair. A perfectly messy bun still needs taming. If that doesn't suit your routine, try a sleek ponytail, low chignon, or layered bob that frames your face with minimal effort. For makeup, ditch the pressure to be invisible yet flawless. Focus on balance. Even tone, a defined brow, and one standout feature, be it a bold lip or softly lined eyes. If your skin isn't glassy and poreless, that's normal. A little radiance from moisturizer or highlighter goes a long way. Remember, elegance isn't about hiding behind filters. It's about enhancing what already makes you feel beautiful. You don't need Pinterest's version of perfect, you just need your own version of fresh, composed, and confident. Why some Pinterest outfits only work in still photos. Have you ever copied a Pinterest outfit exactly only to look in the mirror and wonder why it feels off? That's because many Pinterest outfits are designed to look good, not live well. In a photo, sleeves are adjusted, collars are taped, and hems are pinned just right. You don't see how stiff fabric bunches when you sit, or how a silky top shifts uncomfortably when you move. Real life requires clothes that function. That beautiful slouchy sweater, it might need strategic tucking or pins. That long wool coat, it needs movement slits so you don't walk like a robot. True elegance requires engineering. Choose pieces that feel just as good in motion as they look in the mirror. Walk in your outfit. Sit in it. Raise your arms. Bend over. If it fails the movement test, it fails the elegance test. Because the most elegant clothes aren't frozen, they're fluent. They move with you, never against you. Choose Pinterest loves that real feet. Don't Pinterest loves a pointed mule, backless loafer, or spindly heel each looking like a dream on hardwood floors or marble steps. But your real feet, they know better. Those elegant shoes often hurt after an hour, slip off your heel, or scuff after a single wear. That doesn't mean you have to give up style, it means you have to get smart. Swap stilettos for block heels. Choose pointed flats with hidden arch support. Look for ankle straps that keep shoes secure but graceful. And when it comes to color, off-white or taupe lasts longer than snow white. Grip matters too. No one feels elegant slipping on slick pavement. Opt for rubberized soles or add grip pads yourself. If you love the Pinterest look, there's always a version with more comfort and less compromise. True elegance is about ease. You don't need to suffer in silence. You need shoes that move with you, beautifully and confidently. The hidden tricks behind every effortless's outfit pin Pinterest sells effortless, but the reality is anything but. Behind every simple blouse and trouser combo are invisible tools. Double-sided tape to hold collars down, clothing clips to shape the waist, and carefully rolled sleeves that somehow never unroll. The truth? Elegance takes work, but it doesn't need to feel like labor. Instead of pins and clips, focus on tailoring. A blazer with the waist taken in, trousers hemmed to your perfect length, or sleeves shortened by an inch can transform your look. Want crispness? Invest in a handheld steamer. Want drape? Use lighter fabrics layered with intention. Even shapewear or a subtle shoulder pad can shift your silhouette from okay to elevated. Pinterest might use illusions, but you can use tools, not to fake your look, but to finish it. Style isn't about how much you spend. It's about how much you care. Effortless doesn't mean effortless to create. It means effortless to wear. Making Pinterest elegance work for your body type. Pinterest doesn't know your body. It doesn't know your height, your shape, your curves, or your proportions. Yet we often try to copy outfits exactly, expecting them to flatter us, like they flatter a 5'10" model. That's where real elegance begins. By adapting. If a Pinterest look shows a boxy jacket and wide leg pants, try slimming the pant or shortening the blazer. If a slip dress looks great on the feed but feels revealing, add a wrap top or structured layer to create harmony. Elegance always starts with balance. Voluminous bottoms need fitted tops. Strong shoulders need soft draping below. Don't let a flat lay tell you how to dress. Let your body teach you. Fabrics matter too. Choose ones that glide over your curves instead of clinging or tenting. The most stylish women don't just copy inspiration, they translate it. Real elegance doesn't fit a pin. It fits you, and it celebrates your shape with intention. Pinterest elegance on a budget. The truth. One of the biggest Pinterest myths? That elegance requires money. Cashmere, designer labels, and high-end tailoring flood the boards. But in reality, elegance isn't about cost, it's about clarity. A $30 blazer with sharp seams and good fit can rival one 10 times the price. You just need to train your eye. Start with fabric. Look for texture, weight, and drape. Then focus on fit. Even budget pieces can look expensive if they're tailored. Sleeves shortened, waists taken in, or hems adjusted. Neutral colors and clean lines go further than trendy prints. Think cream, navy, black, camel, timeless and versatile. Accessories elevate instantly. A structured handbag, subtle gold hoops, or polished loafers can finish a look without draining your wallet. Wrinkle-free fabrics, smart layering, and good grooming amplify even the simplest outfit. Pinterest elegance is attainable. It's not about buying more. It's about choosing better, dressing with intention, and owning every step of your style journey. Outfit boards versus real wardrobes. Pinterest boards are inspiring, but they can also become overwhelming. You scroll, you pin, and you dream. But when you open your actual closet, nothing seems to translate. The key is shifting from fantasy to function. Instead of pinning perfect strangers, start documenting yourself. Take photos of outfits you've worn and loved. Study the combinations that flatter you. Color palettes, silhouettes, fabrics. Build your own personal outfit board based on your lifestyle, your climate, and your body. Audit your pins too. Ask, would I wear this to lunch? To a meeting? On the weekend? If not, archive it. Keep the mood, but ditch the impractical. Real style lives in repetition, not reinvention. It's not about a closet full of aspirational outfits. It's about a few powerful combinations that work again and again. Pinterest is the blueprint. You're the architect. When you build your wardrobe around you, you stop chasing pins and start creating a life of effortless style. Elegance that moves with you, not just for the photo. Elegance is not a still image, it's movement. It's the way your coat sways behind you, the way your blouse breathes as you walk, the way your shoes glide across a floor without noise or pain. Pinterest captures a second, but style lives in hours, in moments, in motion. True elegance isn't about posing, it's about feeling. It's how your blazer fits after 10 hours. How your hair stays composed after a breeze. It's clothing that lets you live fully and look beautiful while doing it. You've now learned the difference between aesthetic and application, between copying and curating, between Pinterest perfect and personally powerful. You've discovered tailoring, proportion, texture, weather awareness, and comfort. You know now that elegance isn't something you put on for the photo, it's something you wear for the life that follows. So wear what moves with you. Wear what supports you. Because when you dress for living, not just for the lens, you don't just look elegant, you are.